questions? Carlos?
Davion, I guess just for your performance in that second half, were you just aggressive, or I guess did you feel the flow of the game? I guess what kind of changed for you?
Just letting it come to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with the flow of the game, doing what I do. You know, that's it pretty much.
Can you just speak to what the back and forth was and just you being able to answer kind of the way Bryson had been doing earlier in the year? And I guess what was that for you just to kind of build that confidence throughout that second half?
It's pretty much just staying with the game. We knew it was going to be a tough one. Nobody has beat us at home, and we knew Kansas State wanted to do that tonight, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy. So just stay the course, stay level-headed throughout the whole game, and we got the job done.
You know, Coach Adams talked about obviously playing defense, but he recruited a lot of you all for your offensive game. Was it nice to kind of open up a little bit today for yourself, and what do you feel you kind of showed today?
I kind of showed that I can score at this level, you know, but since I've been here, I've been programmed to play defense, and that's what I'm starting to fall in love with, being a defender.
Malik, speaking of the defense, you had a couple steals, a couple layups that kind of helped later on in that contest. I guess what was it that were those winning plays that kind of helped you all kind of get this victory tonight?
We just seen they in the first half they were just hitting threes because of our ball pressure, and coaches like Malik, you want to get back in the game, you gotta amp it up on defense, and that's what I did to try to make defensive plays.
In that second half, when Kansas State got the lead, how did you guys try to change the momentum back to your guys' side with some defensive and offensive plays?
Just to stay together. You know, it wasn't the offense. We're scoring enough points. We just needed to get stops. We were up one. We didn't need to score anymore. We need to just get multiple stops.
And how big has it been for guys like Buzo and KJ to just step in big-time moments with the injuries you guys have had?
Pretty big. Like I said before in the previous press conference, we believe and we trust everybody on our team. So when one goes down, the next man is up. We all practice together. We all practice hard. We're a family.
Questions for the players? Carlos
Davion, just I know finally you got it this few years. How special is it for you to kind of have a night like this, especially on a night where all of y'all are kind of highlighted?
Very special. You know, these guys are my brothers, and I don't know what's going to happen once we all leave here, but I know we are going to have a memory of playing at Texas Tech. I think I heard earlier today we're probably the only team that never lost here at Tech, so at home. So it's just a blessing to us. You know, we all keep God first, and we just keep going one game at a time.
In terms of all the guys that kind of came here, what do you feel is your all's story? I know you mentioned obviously having the undefeated record at home, but what do you feel y'all are telling right now, especially the 5 seniors that you've built so far?
We pretty much got 5 seniors from all lower major conferences, and we're showing that it doesn't matter where you come from. Basketball is going to be basketball. It's just about who you fit with and what your team is like. So we're proving to the world right now that we weren't 5 stars, we weren't 4-star recruits coming out of high school or junior college. We grinded our whole life, and that's what we're still doing right now.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Start with an opening statement. Well, you know, first of all, it's just an emotional night for me. You know, the opportunity to coach these seniors. These 5 guys have been incredible, and God's blessed me with the opportunity to coach not just good basketball players, but really good young men, and that want to be coached and put the team first, and it just set a great example for this culture. So my first is to tell you how much I appreciate and how lucky I am, and we are, as those in the Red Raider Nation have players like that in uniform that represent us every game. So proud of them, and also our fans, and I want to thank the best fans in the nation. Our Red Raider Nation was unbelievable. They were great tonight at the United Supermarket Arena. It's the best arena in the country, and then you put 15,000 in there, it makes it even more special. But great fan support. So it was a kind of emotional night to say goodbye to these seniors here for this game, and then not to kind of saying goodbye to the United Supermarket Arena, because I wish we could play the rest of the games right here. I don't know if I could talk the NCAA to do that or not, but coming forth the tournament. But what an unbelievable arena this is, and what a great atmosphere. I want to thank our administration and all for their support. So it's been a special, special home court advantage for us and experience for me. All right.
Yeah, Coach, could you talk about Wilson's defense tonight, particularly the timeliness of a lot of the plays that he made?
Yeah, we were, you know, we challenged Malik. He's an unbelievable athlete, quick hands, and sometimes they get him in a little bit of trouble because he'll reach a little bit too much. But when he's on point and playing, he's one of the best on our team, I think in the Big 12. But we had him on a pack there at the end and made an unbelievable block there. And the way Pack shoots, it's probably going in because every time he shoots it, I think it's going in. He's just that kind of a shooter. But just a great finish, and just really proud of Malik.
And now that KJ Allen is getting these big minutes, 2 games in a row, could you tell us what you're seeing from him right now and what he's bringing to the court?
Yeah, I was telling somebody earlier, I don't know if I'm the smartest guy or the dumbest because I put him in the game and thought he could help us, and then I know we're all looking, why didn't he play that guy, all year? But, he's got a lot of stiff competition with Marcus and Bacho, and Bacho's been out, so it's easy to play KJ. But he's got just unbelievable hands, and anytime he touches the ball, he ends up grabbing it, and he's very explosive, comes off the floor with a lot of power, and he's just, really special around the basket, and we saw that. And I thought he made some huge rebounds and kept the ball alive when we needed it and we were struggling, and kept us in the game and gave us some momentum. So I was really proud of KJ.
Mark, how did you coach him as far as after the game at TCU with all the turnovers and trying to take care of the basketball in this game?
Yeah, that was a really disappointing loss. You have to give TCU a lot of credit, but just moving forward, we've got this special team, but we've got to continue to work on limiting our turnovers. You just can't go into these tournaments and not take care of the ball. You can't beat yourselves, and turn the ball over is one way you do that. So we're going to take a step back and look at some of our turnovers, how we're turning them over, and see if we can look at ways to improve that, and then continue to work on our three-point shooting.
All the time it seems like these guys in the transfer portal have come in and said they wanted to learn defense. Have they learned it pretty good as far as you're concerned?
Yeah, these last couple of games I think they've forgotten more than they've learned. But, last against TCU we weren't very good defensively. We were much better the second half in this game. But, defense takes so much effort and energy and communication. It's a collaborative effort where everybody's got to be on the same page. If one or two guys are out there that aren't really clued in what everybody else is doing, especially the way we switch and all, it makes it tough. So we put a lot of pressure on the guys, and I think in this game we're a little bit reluctant because of three-point shooting. We backed off some of these guys because one of the ways you hit threes is by driving the basket and then kicking out. So we didn't want to get beat on penetration. So second half we'd start pressing the ball more, and I think that helped us kind of got back to how we normally play. But yeah, it's a great question. We hang our hat on defense. If we play hard, play good defense, we're in every game.
Coach, especially on senior night, what was it like to see Davion Warren have the performance you got out of him, especially in crucial moments in the game down the stretch? Yeah,
just, again, very proud of him. Have a lot of confidence in Davion, and he kind of took the game over. They were double-teaming Bryson. Bryson obviously has a good game night in and night out, but they were really working, not letting him get a touch. And so Davion was open and made some plays, created his own shot on a couple of them, and then made the free throws down the stretch. So really proud of him, and that's what we're going to need is plays like that and scoring like that from not only Davion but also from Adonis and TJ and some of these other guys.
Coach, your bench had 18 points tonight. Just how much confidence does that give you going into March, just knowing you can play a full depth of guys?
Yeah, it's a huge plus for us. We've got so many weapons coming off the bench. It's tough to scout us when those many players are scoring points, and keeps us out of foul trouble. It's got just a lot of advantages when you have a strong bench.
You built your roster so much through the transfer portal with guys who, have scored a lot at smaller schools and know how to create their own shot. How crucial is that late in the game, as we saw tonight with Davion?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons, we have him here, because he was, I think it was, 19, 20 points at Hampton. He's just, he's scores on three levels, and hadn't been really shooting the three as well as we had hoped, but he shot it, I don't know what he had tonight, but I know he had at least one big three. He had two big threes tonight. So that's encouraging, because we're going to need that. And then Adonis is another guy that's very explosive, and of course we know what Bryson can do. And KO was, I think he was 1 for 1. We just couldn't get him any looks because they were just all over him. But he's shooting the ball as well too. I was hoping we could get him more touches. It just didn't happen.
Any final questions on it? Joe, one more.
Yeah, Kevin McCullough, is it just ankle bothering
Yeah,
again?
he tweaked that again in that TCU game. I think it was, you might remember, he was driving with his left, and I think he ended up tweaking it then and in the second half, and just didn't feel like he could go. And he played really well at K-State up at their place. So he's missed, but I think he'll be ready for Oklahoma State. And TJ was his back was bothering a little bit the second half, so we pulled him out, and hopefully he'll get some rest. And these next few days will be good for not only us to kind of regroup as a coaching staff, but these guys to kind of get away from basketball and rest their bodies. So it'll be good to wait, or we don't have to play till Saturday. So that's we'll take advantage of that.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks. God bless you guys.